Good morning, my dear students, and welcome to the class on history. In the previous class, we had completed the chapter on Delhi Sultanate. I hope it is clear for you. I had sent the notes. I hope you must be completing your notes. Now let's move on to the next chapter, that is titled as Mughal Empire. In the previous class, in the previous chapter, we had completed the three dynasties. Let's move on to the next one, that is the Mughal Empire. As every chapter deals with a different dynasty, you know there has to be some source, or there must be some sources that will tell us that at a time in history there was something called a Mughal dynasty that existed. So the first one that you are going to learn is about the sources. What are the sources that will tell us that there was something called a Mughal dynasty existed in the history? The first, there are four of them: Ain-i-Akbari, the Taj Mahal, the Jama Masjid, and the Red Fort. These are the four sources that we have related to Mughal Empire. The first one that we take up is Ain-i-Akbari. This is a book written by Abul Fazl. He is the author of this particular book. He was the minister, and one of the jewels existed in Akbar's court. And this particular book is a precious source of material with regard to the administration and culture. So we get information about the administration and the culture that existed by reading this particular book. And this particular source has got 5 different books. The source that you are learning contains 5 different books. The first book deals with imperial household. The household activities. Imperial household activities. Second, servants of the emperor, military and the civil services. The servants who are the servants of the emperor, the military, etc. These are the things that are dealt in the second book. The third book deals with imperial administration, regulations regarding the judicial, executive, and the divisions of empire, how the empire was divided. That's the third one, that is with regard to the imperial administration. Imperial administration. Come to the fourth one, gives us information about Hindu philosophy, science, social customs and literature. About the philosophy and the customs. Philosophy and the customs. The last book deals with the sayings of Akbar, or the quotes of Akbar, and also the ancestry and the biography of this particular author called Abul Fazl. These are the things that are contained in the first source of Mughal dynasty, there is Ain-i-Akbari. So the author of this particular book is Abul Fazl. He was one of the ministers and one of the jewels adorned in Akbar's court. There are 5 different books. The first book that deals with imperial household. Second, servants of the emperor, military and the civil services. The third book deals with imperial administrations and the regulations regarding the judicial and the executive. Fourth one gives us information regarding the Hindu philosophy, science, social customs and literature. The fifth book deals with the sayings of Akbar and also about the ancestry and the biography of Abul Fazl. That's the first thing to be remembered. Now let's move on to the second one. That is the place many of you must have visited by this time. That is the Taj Mahal. That's the second source that we have regarding the Mughal dynasty. Okay, it was built by, as you know, Shah Jahan, the memory of his wife called Mumtaz Mahal. It is the tomb of Shah Jahan and his wife called Mumtaz. So, began built by the famous king Shah Jahan in memory of his wife. And this particular Taj Mahal contains the tomb of these two persons, Shah Jahan and his wife called Mumtaz. And where was it built? It was built in Agra on the banks of river Yamuna. And who designed this particular building or monument, so-called monument? It was designed by Ustad Ishaq Khan. He is the one who gave the design of this particular building, and it was made in pure white marble. So this is about the construction of it, built by Shah Jahan in memory of his wife. It contains the tomb of Shah Jahan and Mumtaz, built the place called Agra on the banks of river Yamuna, designed by the person called Ustad Ishaq Khan, made in pure white marble. I hope many of you have visited this particular monument. And the main structure is built on a high platform. So it means little raised from the ground. It is the main structure is built on a high platform, and there are four corners where you have the minaret. Minaret means a tall tower. In all the four corners, we can see a minaret. Minaret means a tall tower. And the central dome, the dome that is in the center, it has got 56.1 meters high. Okay, 56.1 meters high. And the interior is in an octagonal chamber. And the central dome is like an inverted lotus. If you have seen this particular monument, you know, I hope you have seen the picture at least, so you know this particular, the central dome is like an inverted lotus, and the actual graves of Shah Jahan and Mumtaz are in the lower chamber. So there's a main structure is built on a high platform. Four corners you will see the minaret. Minaret means a tall tower. The central dome has the height of 56.1. The interior is in an octagonal chamber. The central dome is like an inverted lotus, and the actual graves are kept in the lower chamber. And built, as I said, in pure white marble. And on the walls of this particular monument, we will see the floral designs made of semi-precious stones known as pietra dura. Okay. The walls, what do you see? We will see the floral designs made of semi-precious stone, and this particular work is known by the term called pietra dura. And all the forms of the different forms of architecture are found in this particular building, like massive domes of marble, pietra dura, and kiosks means the chaitras, chatris. Okay, these are the things. As I said, this particular building called Taj Mahal contains different forms of architecture. And what are those? First, you have massive domes of marble, pietra dura, and kiosks, which means chatris. In 1983, this particular Taj Mahal was considered as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO, and in 2007, it was recognized as one of the 7 wonders in the world. So these are the two different sources that we need to remember today. One is about the book that you have learned, Ain Akbari. Second is the Taj Mahal. So kindly go through the video once again and try to understand the explanation. I hope it is clear for you. Thank you.